everybody, make sure to smash up that like button on your way in. Make sure to smash up that like button, guys, on your way in. How is everyone doing? Guys, the Kasta token. We're going to see this live, guys. In this live stream, we're going to potentially have a massive pump. Is it going to go to $1? Is it going to go to $10? Is it going to go to $100? There's a massive hype on Kasta. We know the deal. So, yeah, guys, before we start off with the live stream, make sure to smash up that like button. Smash up that like button, guys, on your way in. And we're going to do some analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to do some analysis on different altcoins. I want to take a look at some, on-chain data also. I want to show you, this chart over here, which is the comparison of the internet adoption curve and also with the cryptocurrency adoption curve. And yeah, basically we should be hitting about 1 billion users worldwide using cryptocurrency in 2024. Okay, so round about those levels if we do continue with this adoption curve. It is currently above 200 million. I remember when it was about 100 million back in 2020, and yeah, it is doubling, almost doubling every single year. It's about 88% growth every year, and if we continue in this pace, then yeah, it should be hitting about 1 billion in 2024. So yeah, definitely you need to stick with innovation, and cryptocurrency is innovation, guys. Even though we do enter some small bear markets, it is going to be the best opportunities you do have in your lifetime. 2020. Right, let me just go here through the comment section quickly. Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? I had Tom here gaming saying Kasta goes live at 12 p.m. and you're going live at 12:30. No, it was 12 UTC, okay, and not 12 Central European time. So yeah, as you can see, Kasta is still not live. It's live in 25 minutes. Calm down, calm down. Frustrated, can't get my bit balance updated to qualify. I know, guys, it is a bit of a, I mean, you should have gotten into Bybit and got your bit tokens, on the 29th or on the 30th of December. Rushing at last minute is not the thing, right? It's going to be very, very hard. Now you're going to have to purchase here on the actual launch. But this is what we're going to take a look at the Kasta launch. We do not want to buy in, okay, when the price is pumping like crazy. We need to find a floor. So let's see if we can find that in the next coming hours. It's going to be absolutely crazy. FTT Andy, please, says Sharab. Yeah, for sure. Let's take a look at that. Got 24 Kasta. That's absolutely great. Andy, can you cover H-bar, please? All right, let's take a look at some altcoins. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I know a lot of altcoins a lot of people want to take a look at a lot of altcoins. This is the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is currently at 39.5, looking very exciting. This is going to take a massive drop in the next coming weeks, guys. I can see it. I can feel it. L1s, L2s are going to be the leaders, and Bitcoin dominance is just going to collapse in the coming months, all right? It's going to start off. We might get a small relief rally here. We might get a small bounce. Yeah, it is possible. It could happen. But yeah, basically, if it's not during January, it's not during February, it's going to happen in March, April. I don't know when, but everything is indicating that we are going to finally lose that level here of support in the next coming weeks, okay? 4 weeks, 10 weeks, it doesn't matter. It will happen very, very likely because there's a lot of attention on these major altcoins. Now, let's take a quick look, okay? I want to take a look at these different cryptos for you guys because I want to interact with the community. Now, this one was not looking good. This is what we had here on the FTX token. I don't think we are going to go as low as the summer lows. This was a very dodgy head and shoulder scenario that we were taking a look at here, as you can see on the chart, right? And yeah, a long time since we haven't analyzed this one. We could actually get heavily rejected from this zone and continue to the downside. I'm bullish in the mid-long term on crypto, on exchange tokens such as FTX and, you know, KuCoin and rest of the exchange tokens. Binance, definitely Binance one also. Immediate short term, we could see some volatility here on this one. Definitely could happen. Let me just go back to the daily. As you can see, we did break this neckline from these higher lows right over there. As soon as we broke it, yeah, we just had that massive collapse to the downside. Now, we do have a projected technical analysis move. I'm not a huge supporter of these patterns, head and shoulder especially. I'm not a huge fan of them, okay? We couldn't, you know, for entertainment purposes, you could see the projected move. And yeah, I'm not sure if we are going to come as low as the summer lows looking at the FTX token. But we have broken major support level right over here, and it is going to be heavy resistance. So I do see a recovery on the FTX token. At least, okay? We are seeing volume coming in right now also. I think at least in the next coming days, weeks, we are going to come to the $45, $46 range, all right, on the FTX token. Very likely after forming this kind of double bottom with a higher bottom right there, it's very likely that we are going to have that, you know, pump in the next coming days, potentially. I would say a week or two to that level. You know, this price action is telling me that, yeah, higher low right there, and yeah, we are looking for that pumpy action in the next coming days. Now, after that, I'm not sure if we are going to manage to break that $46, $47 range, or we're just going to consolidate here, have a lot of volatility, and get heavily rejected. Immediate short term, it looks like that we're going to attempt to hit those levels. Now, the question is, are we going to manage to break it? This is something that we'd have to take a look, you know, in the next coming days. So that is my take here on FTT token. Let's take a look at HBAR. HBAR hasn't been one of the best for technical analysis, guys. There's always some cryptos that they are just not good for technical analysis, in my opinion, and HBAR is one of them. I hate doing TA on HBAR. The same as XRP. It does not follow any, you know, fib levels, any patterns. It doesn't follow anything. It's just a bunch of lines on the chart, and yeah, it's very hard. There are some altcoins that I just don't like to do chart analysis because they don't respect anything. No patterns, no fib levels, no nothing. Now, basically on this one, HBAR, we do have a heavy resistance just above us on HBAR at the 34-35 cent level right over here. Okay, well, it was one of the lows, higher lows right there. We hit it as support there, as you can see. Now we're hitting it as resistance, again as resistance. There is something good that I like about this, and this, you are potentially forming like an ascending kind of triangle, right, where you are, you know, bouncing up and down here. This is a very bullish scenario right there. If we do manage to break the 35 cents in the next coming days, it will be looking very bullish. I would go absolutely long on this. There will be some resistance here if we take a look at the fib levels from the top here of November till the bottom of December. Okay, there will be some kind of rejection, but I think HBAR, by forming these higher lows, we got a resistance at 35 cents. I see it trading at about 38 cents, which is going to be the golden pocket, the golden ratio 37. Golden pocket, sorry, right over here, 38 cents in a matter of a few days potentially. We're going to attempt to break this level, and then we're going to get heavily rejected or a consolidation. It's very likely here for HBAR with this kind of price action. So yeah, that's my take here on HBAR in the immediate short term, looking pretty bullish. Not in Bybit, got 50.28 Kasta. Oh, that's great. It all depends, guys, on how much. If you do not follow the instructions, there are instructions down below. Okay, I've had them for about a week or so. Okay, the Kasta IEO. You need to follow some instructions. I've been telling this on every single video and also on the live streams. You need to click on the link below if you want to get allocation of 99,500 Kasta. You need to follow. Okay, down below here. you need to follow the steps. Now, obviously, the steps aren't here because it's already finished, but yeah, it was down below in the description, guys. All depending on how many bit tokens you are getting. You are allocating yourself. That it all depends how many. Some people are getting 50 Kasta tokens. I can see in the comment section. Some of them have got 24. It all depends on how much you put in, right? So yeah, basically, now you don't have time. Now it's time to get some Kasta when it's launched on here on spot trading. Do analysis on Saito. Well, I've got Saito here ready. I think a lot of people must be worried because Saito had an insane pump, and now it's dumping a little bit, guys. But it's just gone crazy. We talked about Saito, one of my latest video at 6.2 cents. So it's still up since we talked about it. And yeah, it's just had a massive run, okay, since just a few days after we talked about it on one of my latest videos. And I think a lot of you people must have FOMO'd in, okay? I did get some friends, hey, what was that Saito token? And they bought in at about 8-9 cents. And then they're back at me now saying, what's going on with Saito? Come on, guys. It's been going crazy. It needs to retrace. I'm going to give you some targets for the next potential weeks, in my opinion. And if we take a look, okay, because we did break the all-time high. We did break the high. This wick is not nice at all on the daily. We do not like this wick. Okay, it's not a very attractive wick right there. Massive rejection. But this is what happens when you break all-time highs. Also, you just get a lot of consolidation at the all-time high. You come up, come down. This is just volatility, guys. Sometimes you break it successfully. Sometimes you get heavily rejected. Sometimes you break it, then you come back down below the highs. This is what happens when you're entering that price discovery area. And I mean, I can take a look at the fib levels here, for example, and you might think that this is just a bunch of crap. But if you take the highs to the lows, you do have Fibonacci levels right over here for potential targets, all right? And the 3.6 being the most aggressive one, in my opinion. We got 4.223 here. This is what happens when you break all-time highs. All right, after a major consolidation, and you do have that major consolidation here on Saito right there. This is just a massive consolidation. Now, this is just a little bit of volatility breaking all-time highs. You know, you could come to slightly lower levels, but in my opinion, this is going to pick up fast. It will pick up fast in the next coming weeks. And, you know, one of my most aggressive targets for Saito in the coming months would be hitting round about in between 18 cents and 23 cents. Those are my Fibonacci targets, right? Where they are going to get hit. And, you know, best example I could give you, and this is an insane project, guys. It's an insane project. You cannot expect it going up forever. I mean, I was pretty surprised we weren't correcting when we were just about hitting the highs and just breaking it. I was surprised. I was thinking this needs to come down now because I wouldn't be bullish on Saito if we went straight up in a line here to 20 cents. I would be very cautious. But I'm not here to speculate on these cryptos in the immediate short term. I don't mind. I did not sell any Saito here. I'm not selling any Saito here. It doesn't matter. I scooped some Saito around about 2.6 cents all the way down here. So I was almost at break even when we had that major correction. We were talking about Saito here. And then, yeah, I was basically at break even here. Just after about 2 months or so. I can't remember what was the date exactly here. Yeah, just about 2 months after when I purchased Saito. And look what happened afterwards. It skyrocketed just last week. So yeah, just be patient. We're gonna have a little bit of volatility, a little bit of downside potentially on Saito. Just let it be there. Let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. Let's go on Metis, guys, because Metis, it looks like it's forming a massive symmetrical triangle here, a continuation pattern potentially, but I'm surprised that Metis hasn't come down to about $150. It might do in the next coming days. Okay, Metis, Saito, these are my biggest plays in the next coming months. All right. Newish projects, one's an L1, one's an L2. You know, it's none of that. No Cardano, no Polkadot, no Avalanche. Okay, one of these ones that are not many people are talking about. We do see some people talking about Metis now, but that is when you want to get in. You want to get in when the people are not talking about it, right? When people are talking about it, most of the gains are done. So yeah, if you take a look at a Metis just a few months ago, when it was hitting just above $100 all-time high, right? It was just hitting $100, $110 right over here. Then what do you get? You get a massive correction on Metis, right? You have that massive correction here. Now it almost went to my break even. I only bought once actually, Metis at $46 right over here before it started this run up. And it came all the way back down to my entry point. Was I worried at all? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would have bought some more, but yeah, I didn't want to buy some Metis. I want to buy some other tokens with my spare dry powder because I've already got Metis. So what happened afterwards is that it went absolutely bonkers. It skyrocketed. It doesn't matter. This needs to correct. I wouldn't be surprised of Metis coming down to the $150, and I'll explain why right now. The reason why I'm charting this on Gate.io is because we don't have any data on TradingView just yet on Metis or on Saito. But something very curious here, taking a look at the all-time high back a few months ago at just around about the $110 on $115. If you take a look at the fib targets right there, you know, we perfectly hit the 1.6 golden ratio right there, as you can see. I mean, that was almost to the dollar. This is why sometimes, you know, these fib levels are so important. That consolidation was just at the 1.6. 2.6 now, consolidation at the 220, right? So we still have a potential aggressive target, and I think on some charts we did hit almost $300. So I would be pretty surprised. You know, we might be hitting $285 and have a small consolidation around that range, and it's going to have a blow off kind of top, in my opinion, hitting those Fibonacci levels. Yeah, I think a major correction will happen at some point. This is if it doesn't correct from here. Now, I do see the golden ratio 1.6. That is going to be an insane support. We actually got a consolidation there. So if Metis does come down to that golden ratio 1.6, it's the 1.6 Fibonacci from the target, as you can see, and it's also the a massive consolidation that we've had here. We just consolidated at 1.6. So if we do correct down, I will be thinking to sell some Metis if we do have a little bit of more pumpy action here, hitting the 3.6, $285. I would take some profits because, yeah, it's gone a little bit too parabolic and it's having a beautiful consolidation right now. This might be a continuation pattern on Metis. Okay, so I've got someone here asking me about Saito, and yeah, a lot of people. I mean, this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. If you can't manage to hold, yeah, and then look for another thing. Go to the casino, or if you want immediate short-term gains or losses. This is a long-term play, and a lot of people might be scared about this massive rejection on Saito. But as you can see here, we did break all-time highs. We can come below it, consolidate around this range, so we get some more power to continue up. It is still a relatively low cap coin, and I'm pretty confident that we are going to hit those fib levels in the next coming weeks, maybe. Yeah, I think it will be in the next couple of months. But yeah, we got these 2.6, 3.6 being a little bit more aggressive. So in between the 18-24 cents trading area for me, for Saito in the next coming months, it is, that's my opinion. So yeah, that's just a quick look at Saito. It's just having volatility at all-time high. No problem at all. Let's take a look at the comment section here. We're going to miss it's 8 minutes now for the Kasta launch. 8 minutes, guys. Make sure to claim your bonus down below, guys, on Bybit if you want to get some Kasta tokens. Right. I got a whopping 39 Kasta tokens. Absolutely great. Me like Kasta, says Juan Correa. Absolutely. Kasta is going to be huge. Application will be live, I guess, Q1 of 2022. In the next, month or two, I guess it will be live. That this is just a guess, guys. Nothing is guaranteed. I do not know the exact date of the launch. Can I buy now, or is it too late? No, well, it's not too late. It's getting launched today here. Whoa, BTC getting a massive drop here. Now, basically it is getting launched. We're going to see a massive, massive candle, very, very likely to the upside. Don't buy, don't FOMO in. This will come back down. It will come back down and find a floor at some point, a nice trading range, and this is where you want to step in potentially. All right, we're never going to find the exact good price to get in. Okay, because you might buy in and then it will go slightly lower. Oh, we bought in here and it's gone lower. And guys, there's never going to be a perfect entry. There's never going to be a perfect entry. So 6 minutes here to the launch on Kasta. Let's see if we're going to have a massive candle to the upside. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Pixel says, I got 45 Kasta tokens. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. I think $1 can be reached. We know the sale was 4 cents. It's going to be launched on 4 cents, okay? Now, it's not going to be there, not even for a second, in my opinion. I think it will reach at least $1. Something very similar to V-Launch. Remember, V-Launch had a massive spike to the upside, and then it consolidated around the dollar range. It went to 70 cents, $1.15, 80 cents. AVAX, please. Let's take a look at Avalanche here for Bruce. Straight away. Mark Dutch, thank you very much for being here and giving me insane support. We also got, who else is here? Mark Dutch, Infogram. Right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at, we've got Joseph here, also one of my strongest moderators. Let's take a look at, hang on a second. I want to take a look at this token. Which one was it? AVAX, sorry, AVAX. Let's have a quick look at AVAX, because I think AVAX is just having a little bit of volatility around that $100 range. Ooh, looking a little bit. It has lost a little bit of steam here. I was hoping to see Avalanche hitting that $127 range after getting this bounce from this level. It's just coming back down here. I don't think we are going to break successfully this $100 area, okay? We might see a little bit of volatility, but basically we should be hitting that major resistance zone right here on Avalanche at 127. Now, we did get a beautiful bounce from here. Now, I think, it's very, very likely to get a bounce. Now, some of you might think that this is forming a head and shoulder pattern, right? Where the price is getting exhausted. We do have a major neckline at the low $100. I think we're just going to see a little bit of volatility before we continue to the upside. So stay cautious on this one. If we take a look at the fib levels from the low to the high, this could even have volatility down to the $95, okay? So that would be, just a little bit of volatility down that area before we continue up. All depending on your style of trading. I'm doing a lot of swing trading at the moment, not too interested in scalping. Scalping a little bit on Bybit when I do focus on my analysis for some harmonic patterns or support, resistance, volume. But I'm not doing too much scalping. The platform that I use for scalping basically is PrimeXBT. And PrimeXBT hasn't got an exciting bonus at the moment. It's 25% discount on your fees. It used to be 50% added to your deposit. I think that will be coming. As soon as that comes, I will be telling you guys. Because, getting 50% added to your deposit for trading is absolutely great. But it's not there. You just get 25% discount. Guys, we've only got 3 minutes and 30 seconds for the Kasta launch. Going to be pretty exciting. What can I see for Bitcoin, if you may ask me, is that we are in a massive accumulation zone. And this does not mean that we are going to go up anytime soon and we are going to go up fast. It means that we will go up fast, but not just yet. The more consolidation and the more price action that we have to the downside is going to be the best opportunity to get in, guys, in my opinion, because I see that we are mirroring a scenario that happened here in July. Right now, we are basically in the July price action, and this took about 2-3 weeks, and it might just take about 1 week on Bitcoin. It might take 10 days where you might see the price action here going slightly hitting the resistance, turning it into support here from these lower highs where you popped out, and you are bouncing and bouncing and bouncing around this range until you see that price action. Very similar to what happened here. But in this case, you popped out, you came back down, you back up again, and you bounced at the resistance, turning into support before you had that skyrocket movement, all right? And yeah, I see that we are mirroring something very, very similar on Bitcoin. And one of the reasons why is because of the VPVR, guys, the massive spike that there is here. This is no selling pressure, in my opinion. You know, this is just a huge range where it's getting accumulated with massive volume, and it's just going to have a massive price impact to the upside. Guys, 1 minute and 55 seconds here for the Kasta launch. It's going to be pretty exciting. Let's see what kind of candle there's going to be. Got 5,600 tokens. John Wick, absolutely great. I got John Wick here in the comment section. I had John Cena once. Just a reference, because I haven't done the launch pad since Gene was wondering what allocation of bit did people put to get how many tokens. Yeah, I'm not sure. Somebody will answer you here in the comment section. I had $1,000 USD and Bitcoin and bit tokens and got 119 Kasta. Okay. Right. Hello tech. Hello. Mark Dutch, how are you doing? Do we have option? Do we have leverage option? I don't think so for Kasta. It's just spot trading. Are you going to buy Kasta tokens as soon as it's launched? No, I will not. I got into a private sale, so I've got my Kasta tokens, but I can't sell them because it's they have an unlock system during the next coming months. I cannot sell my tokens because I haven't got them any now, because this is to prevent whale activity. I cannot dump my Kasta tokens because I got in the private sale, and there's just going to be a small, unlock during the next coming months. So I cannot sell. I'm not interested in buying right now. I'm just interested to see what happens here, so you just don't get burnt. A lot of people are going to try and FOMO in here, and we just need to let the price go up, come back down. And it is launching right now, guys, live. The Kasta token is just getting launched right now. Okay, we're just gonna have to wait. We do not have no chart. We don't have no nothing. So yeah, I did read that it won't be launched if there's no liquidity. So yeah, let's just I'm just gonna refresh this. Let's see if we see any trading activity. It might take actually quite a few minutes until we see something, but so far nothing. Jay, how are you doing? There we have it. There we have it, guys. The Kasta launch is live. We have Kasta trading at $1 right now, just at about $1. Look at the insane volatility. 90 cents, 80 cents. Here it is, guys, live. Are we going to short Bit? Yeah, well, we can take a look at Bit, because the Bit token, I think a lot of people might just get rid of. Yeah, there it is, guys. There it is. Yesterday, we were talking exactly about this, guys. We were talking about this. We did get above a major level, and it was going to be a total fail to get above this area. Look at the Fibonacci from this consolidation to the downside. We got above this resistance, but I was saying to you guys, this is very, very likely going to be an ABC correction, and on the launch, it's very, very likely that the drop, we're going to have that drop, right? Look at it, guys. It would have been a great shorting opportunity right there on the Bit tokens. Absolutely crazy, guys. We just hit that golden pocket area, 61% levels from Fibonacci. Look what a beauty that was. That was basically an ABC correction right there. A lot of people might have gotten excited or long in this because you broke a resistance supposedly, and this is when you have that trap and you come back down. So anyway, this was called yesterday. What a beautiful call there from the rejection of the golden pocket here on the BIT token. Now, we talked about BIT token getting a pump at this range. You know, this was from the 29th, 30th of December because of the Kasta launch. And we've got that pump. And now, just a few days before the Kasta launch, a consolidation at the 61% Fibonacci retracement from this dump. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Absolutely beautiful. What a call right there on the BIT token. Absolutely crazy. We just perfectly hit the 61% Fibonacci retracement consolidation, and we called it yesterday, guys. Absolutely spot on. When Kasta was going to get launched, we were going to have that drop on the BIT token. Absolutely phenomenal. $1, guys. I think we just hit 150. 150 was reached. We can go to the 5 minute chart. It doesn't matter really. We can go to the 1 minute. Shall we go to the 1 minute? This is the 1 minute candlestick chart here on Kasta. We just hit $1.50. That was the all-time highs. Now you can see the launch here at 0.4. I would say around the mid area of this candle. If we do have a candle to the downside right now and hitting that 40-50 cent level, I think that is going to be a good buy zone. The good buy zone is round over there, 40-50 cent level. Are we going to reach it? We do not know. But yeah, expect some volatility here. Well, smash that like button, says Thomas Sack. Thank you very much, my man. When is the launch for Kasta? It is right now. Full launch. Right now. The Kasta application is going to be launched in a few months, I guess. It's going to be Q1 from this year. Guys, make sure to smash up that like button. Got hardly any likes. No likes here. Can you please, guys, give me some support and just gently click on that like button here for this live stream with this live launch for Kasta. If you don't have tens of thousands of dollars in BIT, forget about Kasta. You will make a few dollars profit. This is very true. This is very true. It's like the bonus, though. We got an insane bonus of $4,100 down below, guys, for Bybit. But you're not going to get that bonus depositing $5,000. I think it's you get 3.5% on your deposit. So if you deposit $100,000, you are getting $3,500 deposit. Okay, yeah, you need to meet what they're asking, right? You're not going to deposit $1,000 and get $4,000 bonus, right? But this is why I really liked Prime XBT. I think that bonus will come. It gives you 50% of whatever you deposit, up to 1 Bitcoin. So you deposit $2,000, you're getting $1,000 on top of that to trade with, which is absolutely incredible on Prime XBT. That bonus will come back at some point. It will come back, and I will tell my my viewers about it. Okay, I thought I was getting it at 0.4 cents, and I put $1,000 and got 119 Kasta. You had to read the requirements, okay? A lot of people, the more money you put in, the more Kastas you're going to get. But you did get them at 0.4, but you have a bunch of BIT tokens now. Remember that. So yeah, I think a lot of people, BIT is crashing. Yes, sir, you got that right. We called that crash yesterday. We called that BIT token crash yesterday. A lot of people that wanted to allocate their Kasta tokens are dumping the BIT tokens. So yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got. Kasta scam will go down in the history books. Come on, guys. Are you serious? Are you serious? The application is insane. We do not have any mobile app with that engine that swaps cryptocurrency and fiat instantly worldwide. Come on, there's no scam here. Can I put a limit on 0.5 or do I have to mark it in? Yeah, you can put a limit on 0.5. Of course you can. Of course you can. You just need to go here on limit order on the spot trading account for Kasta, and you just need to put here, instead of $1, you just put 0.5 and the amount of dollars that you're putting in here on the limit order book here. Okay. I can't log into Bybit. They're probably having some issues. A lot of people wanting to log into Bybit right now and get the tokens. So I would say, you know, just for a blind, not that blind, but yeah, around the 40-50 cents would be a great buy right now. If it does drop all the way down there, it's going to be a good buy zone because I think it will recover pretty fast. So currently trading at 90 cents. I got someone here saying Saito. Like I said, Saito, no problem with Saito. It's just had a massive rejection from the highs. It's just going to consolidate, in my opinion, around this area. 7 cents, 8 cents, 7 cents, 9 cents, and then have another nice move to the upside. It's in a buying zone. When you hit all-time highs and you are, you know, hovering around this range, this is just going to consolidate here for a few days, in my opinion, and it's going to skyrocket again. So yeah, we got some fib levels, like I said, fib levels, and you know, the best example would be Metis, because these are the two tokens that I'm talking about mostly right now. I think you know, we've broken the highs after a huge consolidation on Saito. Right now, broken the highs, we're below the highs, but that doesn't matter. It's part of the volatility. I see Saito trading at 17.22 cents in the next coming weeks. Would be a little bit too aggressive. I would say a couple of months maybe. It's not going to be a straight line like Metis. I was really surprised with Metis because Metis went absolutely insane. Metis, we do have the fib levels from the consolidation, and it just hit the 1.6 perfectly. It hit the 2.6, and I think 3.6, which is at the $295 range, will be hit potentially in the coming days. Maybe if we do see this as a potential bull flag or bull pennant, we might have that stretch leg up, one of the last impulses before we see a decent correction on this. So yeah. Then a lot of people are going to be, what's happened to Metis? You know, what's going on? We're going to have that next leg up so people can FOMO in potentially on Metis. And, you know, that is what's going to happen. I'm going to take some profits because I do believe that we are going to have maybe a 50% correction in the coming weeks on Metis. That is if that doesn't happen now. But just for pure speculation also, and just for the fib targets, you know, this one met the 1.6 beautifully. It had a beautiful consolidation there. This is why sometimes you need to pay attention on these fib levels. And basically Saito has just hit that 1.6. It hasn't even reached the 1.6, or just about. If you take a look at the fib levels here on Saito from the highs to the lows, almost hitting the 1.6. It did hit about 11, almost 12 cents. We got the 1.6 at the 12.3 cents, almost hitting it right there. So yeah, this is just part of the massive volatility. I think it's just going to have a pretty nice, even better. I'm more bullish if Saito does this at the all-time highs than actually going up to higher levels right now without this drop. So even better if we do consolidate at the all-time highs. Much better, in my opinion. So yeah, these are the two projects that with low mid cap, that I have more confidence in the next coming months. Looking pretty good. What's going on with Kasta token? Christian Santaponsa USDT. What's going on, Christian Kanth? What's up, my crypto legends? Investors were promised 1,500 Kasta and they are receiving 1,520. Every crypto YouTuber has been shilling it for shekels. Scam. No, this is not true. You need to follow the instructions. All right. This is like the bonus down below, guys. You get a bonus of $4,100, but you need to deposit a lot of dollars to get that bonus. It's not a scam. It is what it is. And for the Kasta token as well, if not everybody would want a Kasta token, there was only a limit supply on for the Bybit launch, which was 25 million, if I'm not wrong, Kasta tokens. What happens if one entity comes in and says, I want the whole 25 million Kasta tokens that get launched? No, it has to be for everyone, right? So yeah, it's not a scam. It just, you do not know how to deal with it. You don't know how to deal with it. You need to follow some instructions. Like somebody said, I put $1,000 worth of bit tokens and I've only got 100 Kasta tokens. Well, that is the proportion that if you would have put $2,000, you would have probably got 200 tokens, right? You need to follow the steps to get more tokens, all right? You're not going to get $1,000 value of 0.04 cent tokens, all right, with that 1,000. It doesn't work like that, guys. You had instructions down below, right over here, for the Kasta IEO, all right? You clicked on there and you had all the information, all right? You needed to do KYC, you needed to allocate bit tokens, and it tells you on the steps what percentage you were going to get. So it's not a scam. Stop calling it a scam because you did not know how to purchase it properly, all right? You did not understand the way you had to purchase it. Don't call it a scam if you did not understand it. So yeah. Hey Andy, what about Ravencoin? Wow, these are one of the OGs. Do you know the project? Yes, I do. It's that one that has a bird on it, doesn't it? Ravencoin. Ravencoin, yeah, it has like a bird on it. It's been pumping lately, I think. This one right over here, a long time since I've heard of. This one's a very not old project. It is one of the OGs, and I'm gonna go through the super chat right away. Okay, I'm getting some super chat. I do know about this project. It's been pumping lately. It doesn't look too bad on the chart. It looks pretty solid. Let's take a look at the chart here on Ravencoin. Is it RVN? Ticker symbol RVN. Yeah, RVN. Let's take a look at Ravencoin. Wow, I mean, this drop was absolutely insane, guys. What a beautiful sell opportunity right there on the bit token, hitting that $2.20, $2.15 range, where we talked about this on yesterday's live stream from this drop that we had. Beautiful ABC correction, just getting slightly above this resistance and then getting the drop. Absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look at Ravencoin straight away. RVN US dollar. See what's going on with this one. I have a gigantic symmetrical triangle. This one could actually go, this is the only thing I have here. And let me just take a look at the logarithmic. This one looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Let me just zoom in here. It's had a massive consolidation. I think we're going to have pretty high volume coming in. This one looks pretty good if you ask me. It looks absolutely great. It's been holding beautifully these higher lows. It's created massive lower lows right there. Slightly went above it, come back down. We're starting to see it's got to the very end of the apex there and starting to pop to the upside. I think this one has a pretty bright future in the next coming months. It's going to be one of those altcoins that might do a 2-3x. All right, we do have a potential target of about 40 cents here. If we take a look at this as a symmetrical triangle, we're starting to see, it's creating higher lows. Just to keep it simple, we are starting to see volume kicking in right now. This one does, I think this one has some pretty good, decent months. Kasta pumping. Whoop. Yeah, there's no chance that this came down to 50 cents. I think people are going to start FOMOing. So, yeah. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. I think maybe the $1 range will be the sustainable buying point. Okay, if we do see Kasta now hit $1, $2, $3 in the next coming minutes or hours, I think if it does have a retracement, the $1 area is going to be its solid price. Something very similar to VLaunch. VLaunch did finally find its price at the $1 level, right? It was round about $1, and it's currently trading at $2 right now. But it did find a sustainable floor at about $1. So currently trading at $1.50. Let me take a look at the super chats. Okay, I know I've got some super chats here. Hi, can you check on Cadena, please? Absolutely, Hank. I'm going to take a look on Cadena right away. Let's take a look at Cadena. Right away, let's take a look at Cadena here. Hang on a second. What is the ticker symbol? I think it's Cadena actually, isn't it? No, KDA. KDA. Let's take a look at Cadena. KDA. And see what's going on for this one. Right, what we did take a look on Cadena. Do we have another chart here on KuCoin? Yeah, I think the low $8, $9 range is a huge buy point on Cadena. Yeah, absolutely. This one's a huge buy right over here at these levels. I'm not sure if we are going to reach this level, this consolidation area. We did just slightly hit this range of just below $9. I do see this as a massive double bottom that we are going to create here on Cadena and finally come back up to retest that $16. So yeah, Cadena in between $8 and $11 is a great buy zone, right? I'm just going to put a box right there, okay? So we can see in the next coming days or potential weeks, all right? Let me just put here, I'm going to put insane buy here, buy zone right there. And yeah, I'm just going to leave this here so we can check it out in the next coming weeks or coming days. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say that this area is a buy zone. Let's see if we do reach it in the coming days, because I see us forming a potential massive, double bottom in the next coming weeks and continue to the upside. It looks like you might fizzle down here slightly. Even better. You got a solid resistance there, consolidation that will be turning into support. So yeah, it's an insane project. A lot of attention on Cadena. Insanely fast blockchain project. Please look at ETN, Electronium from Form and Dragon Chain, DRGN. Let's take a look at them. I still hold my Dragon Chain, guys. I'm not selling Dragon Chain, even though it hits 5 cents. Even though it hits 20 cents, I am not selling my Dragon Chain, guys. Strongly believe in this crypto project in the near future. Let's take a look at ETN, US dollar, ETN straight away. What's going on with this one? This one is sliding down to a lot of volatility here. I have no idea. Electronium, you said. ETN. Electronium. 374. It's a 160 million market cap. This one is an OG. It's a very old cryptocurrency. It was here. It was back here in 2017. It went all the way up to 20 cents. Currently trading at just below 1 cent. Right, we might see this one. It's still in a massive downtrend. It would be a very risky to buy just yet. But as you can see here, from March of 2020, it is actually holding very nicely this uptrend. Right, where we are making higher lows. As you can see, this one maybe is not going to come much lower from its current price. Let me just take a look at the logarithmic chart here on this one. Logarithmic chart looks pretty solid. This is the logarithmic chart for Electronium, and it is creating beautiful higher highs and higher lows. So if we are going to go with the trend, you know, you've just created one slightly lower high right there. I think it's very unlikely that we are going to lose this support level at the 0.5 cent. I think the trend will continue here. Looking at the logarithmic, you know, we do have a solid trend there. It looks like it's kind of breaking the trend, but you cannot put trend lines on the logarithmic because a logarithmic chart does have a curve growth, right? It just does like this. So a lot of the times, if you do a trend on the logarithmic chart, you're going to see a lot of spikes to the upside. So overall, it's still in a massive uptrend since 2019. You know, it's creating highs, it's creating higher lows. Not looking too bad. Dragon chain. Let's take a look at Dragon chain on the chart, and let's just zoom in here on the daily. We could go to the weekly. Dragon chain is absolutely insane. I think this one's going to blow your socks off because, yeah, I'm extremely bullish on this one. It's boring. Nobody's talking about it. It looks dead. Don't worry, people will talk about it as soon as it starts hitting that $1 range. Don't worry, it will be talked about when it hits $1. It's following an insane curve here. I know they are developing, there are businesses using it. Okay, it's an enterprise blockchain project from the US, and it's at a beautiful point right now. It's at a beautiful buying point, in my opinion. Not financial advice, nothing here is financial advice. I just follow the project a lot. The development is crazy. There are businesses using their tech, enterprise blockchain for the US. Apparently the Ministry of Defense from the US, you know, they've taken Dragon Chain seriously, even though their logo is not too attractive, because they got like a you know, a dragon, and it looks like a cartoon dragon, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Apparently the Ministry of Defense is actually using their tech. So yeah, this is definitely something to pay attention to. It's just like I said, I think here on Dragon Chain, it's just basically formed kind of an aggressive ABC correction. And yeah, the next wave will come at some point in the next coming months. It's very, very likely. If we're going to follow this arc, it doesn't make sense to come to much lower levels. So that is my take here on Dragon Chain. Just to keep a macro perspective, I think the next coming months will be pretty bullish on Dragon Chain, one of the altcoins. Remember, guys, you need to focus on a lot of the projects that you know. It's too many people are focused on Cardano. You know, Avalanche, Polkadot, Cardano, Avalanche, Polkadot. All these L1s that have billions of dollars in market capitalization, and the gains are very, very low. Very, very low. Everybody's talking about that, and if you know, the gains are done if everybody talks about it. Luna also, you know, let's take a look at Luna. I think Luna poised for correction potentially. Let's take a look at Luna. I think we talked about Luna yesterday. It was going to correct very, very likely. Luna coming down at least to the 77 cents in my opinion. Very, very likely. We are expecting that correction on Luna. We do have these we did have these bearish divergence playing out right now. We do have a solid base, a solid support level that has been resistance at the 76 cents level. I think it's inevitable that Luna will hit that range. Also, why do I think it's going to hit it? Because it's been going up like crazy. It has been growing up like crazy for the last few weeks. And basically, we want to take a look at some potential retracement levels. If you take a look at this pump over here on Luna, from the lows of $24 all the way till the $76, what happened? You come back down and you retrace to the golden pocket, right? Keeping it simple, easy, that's a great buy zone. Now, I am not telling you that this is going to be a great buy zone. I know that it's very, very likely it's going to retrace there. It might even break it because it's been going up like crazy for the last few weeks already. It's been going like crazy. So a potential higher correction is very, very possible. And like I said, you know, taking from this low to the highs here, we got 50% Fibonacci retracement and 61% golden pocket. So my take here is that we are at least going to lose this low on Luna and potentially hit in between $80 and $70 in the next coming days, potentially. I think it's just very, very likely seeing this price action. That is my take. That is my analysis on Luna. Now, could we reverse from here and continue up? Yeah, of course we can. But if we retrace and find a nice base at this, you know, in between $70 and $80, it's going to be, in my opinion, a good buy zone, I think, if we start consolidating here at this area. Remember, Luna has been one of them that has been going crazy for the last weeks. Let it cool off. Let it cool off. Do you own Cardano? Yeah, but not very much. Not very much Cardano. Sorry, guys, I got a bit of a cold. Not too much Cardano, no. I do own, I don't know, it's, I think about 500. I don't even know what I own, but I know I got some there. It's not one of those projects that I'm really super extremely excited about. AnySwap. Hey, AnySwap. I like you. I don't know who you are. Cena. AnySwap. I know AnySwap. This has got to do with Fusion. It's got to do with Phantom. AnySwap. This one's going absolutely crazy. I remember seeing AnySwap when it was well below $1, and yeah, it's just crazy because AnySwap has been using Fusion tech, and Fusion is just not moving. I am an insane believer on Fusion. I have it's up slightly today, but AnySwap is using Fusion tech also. Oh, it has been anyway. It has been using it. Also, Phantom has been using Fusion tech, and AnySwap and Phantom has been skyrocketing, and I do not own any of them too. So yeah, let's take a look at Any on the chart. I think this one is just looking absolutely crazy. Let's see if we have more data on this one. Don't have much data. This was just added not long ago on Binance. Let me take a look at Poloniex. We don't have too much price data here, which is unfortunate. A lot of volatility. Yeah, we can't take a look at AnySwap on the chart. We don't have any good data here. But yeah, this one's absolutely crazy. It's a swap basically. It's got interoperability, and as the name says, it's actually called a multi-chain now. I think they rebranded their name. They are rebranding their name right now on AnySwap, and basically it's an interoperability swap where you can swap any type of crypto. But yeah, we don't have any chart. No chart data here on AnySwap, unfortunately, so we could not take a look at it. Right. I bought, Crypto Alchemist says, I bought Cardano. One of my moderators here says, I bought Cardano 10 months ago. I sold it at peak even, at break even 3 months ago. It's currently down 25% from there. Those who hodl crypto projects on a moral investment, you lose your shirt every time. Yeah, very true. Very true. Very true. Unless Ocean just hit $1. Absolutely great. I do hold some Ocean. On my Ledger Nano. Yeah, so you're absolutely right, Crypto Alchemist. You know, unless you do buy, you do hold crypto from 2019 and 2020, then yeah, it's very hard. If you've been buying in between late 2020 and 2021, then yeah, you might be at break even, you might be at a slight loss, you might be in a slight profit, all depending on which cryptos you buy in, obviously. But let's take a look at Ocean, SLP also, and I'll go through the super chat straight away. Make sure to smash up that like button, and let's take a look at Kasta. What's Hasta la Kasta baby doing? 1.6 guys. Kasta trading at $1.60 right now. $1.60. Ocean Protocol just about to hit $1. Just hitting that $1. It's got a very, very nice uptrend here. We just about lost this uptrend. It's still looking pretty cool. Lot of volatility. I think this one is going to just do just great. It's going to do just great. Very, very strong project. Ocean Protocol. All got to do with data, connecting data with crypto in the real world. And I think it's just great. I really like this nice sustainable growth. It's got a nice sustainable growth here. I think all-time highs is inevitable for Ocean Protocol in the next coming months. I really like this growth. This growth is very, very sustainable. Let's take a look at SLP. No, $1.04. $1.04? Is this Ocean? Ocean is at $1.04. I guess all depending on what exchange, I guess. It says 99 cents here. Let's take a look at the Bybit. The Bybit platform is lagging right now. It's lagging at this moment because I think a lot of people are getting into the Kasta launch. So yeah, my Bybit platform here has frozen. I think a lot of people are entering. Now, hi Andy. Christian says, hi Andy, have you checked link yet? It had a pretty beauty pump. It absolutely did. Let's take a look at Chainlink, guys. Make sure to get your popcorn. And SLP first. Right, Christian, SLP. I've got some SLPs here. Let's take a look at SLP. And I think, did SLP finally have... Oh. Yeah, what do you want me to take a look on SLP? Look at this. Look at this. And this is not going to stop anytime soon. I am curious to see what's going on with Axie Infinity. Have people lost interest already on the game? Is it above $100? A long time since I haven't taken a look at Axie. $93. Maybe people are starting to lose interest on Axie, guys. Interest is going down. Remember, we're going to see a lot of gaming projects launching in the next coming months. Star Atlas is getting launched in February, supposedly. That is going to be absolutely huge. And I'm going to SLP, guys. SLP, whoever's asking for SLP. And I'll go through Chainlink just 1 second. This has got an infinite supply. I know it's some reward kind of system, or I'm not sure how it works, but it's a reward kind of system for the Axie Infinity game, and it's got infinite supply. And I'm not sure how they unlock the SLP token potions or whatever you call them, but you can just see it on the chart. You know, this is clearly, this looks like, the peso argentino or the Turkish lira, where they are highly inflated, and SLP looks like it's an inflationary token, and this is why it's just in a massive downtrend. Yes, it is losing here a little bit of momentum to the downside, but it does look like it's not going to stop anytime soon. If we do take this kind of arc that I've drawn down, it's pretty simple to understand that this is not a good token. It's not a good token. You can just see here it's inflationary, and Axie Infinity looks like it's losing a bit of interest from the players, from newcomers for the moment. So it's not looking good. SLP is not looking good. So let me just take a look. I'm going to take a look here right away at the super chats. Okay, 1 second. Finally, I can see right, we can see also Kyle from the Moon is live right now with the Kasta launch. Right, let's take a look at Chainlink first, because I have a lot of people here asking, for different ones. Whoop, yeah, Kasta just reached $1, had a major drop. I think it can have a sustainable price around the $1 area potentially. Yeah, I would wait a little bit. I would wait slightly a little bit. Let's see what happens. You can farm SLP in the game as much as you want. I mean, this is the thing. You know, talking about SLP, sorry guys, and I'm going a little bit crazy here in the comment section. I will take a look at Chainlink straight away. You can farm as many SLP as you want. So a lot of people are just going to buy up the, farm these tokens and just potentially sell them. So yeah, not a very exciting cryptocurrency, especially if a lot of users are losing interest on Axie Infinity. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Straight away, what's going on with Chainlink? And I think Link is going to manage to hold above $24. It's broken a major resistance zone, and I the only thing that I do not like about Chainlink breaking here, and it's breaking out with some pretty okay volume. The only thing I do not like from Chainlink is when we continue pumping, if we do not consolidate here and then pump, I think we are going to get heavily rejected. If we do take this as a major drop, right, from November till the beginning of December, and if you take a look at the fib levels, we need to be careful because the golden pocket is round about $29, so the $28-30 range is going to be a heavy resistance. We might have a massive rejection on Chainlink once we climb up to those levels in the coming days. So yeah, that's one of my potential targets here, the Fibonacci retracement, and we have gotten above the $24. That was the level that I was looking at because we got rejected several times. It was heavy support also. We're finally getting above it right now, so it looks like Chainlink in the next coming days is going to look relatively good. It might have a little bit of volatility in between $24, $23 before climbing up. This is if we do not climb up from now. So yeah, that's my take on Chainlink. What we analyzed on Chainlink also is that, you know, as soon as we broke here the lower highs trend line, as soon as we broke it, it was a shift in the trend. We flattened out and we're starting to go up. So that's my take on Chainlink. I think a little bit of volatility around this area could happen before we continue up. Hello Andy, I am shorting ICP and FTM. Can you check them? Let's take a look at them straight away. Right, let's take a look at them right away. Let's take a look at ICP. Right, ICP. You are shorting ICP. Well, I guess if you did enter at about $35, $36, we are just about to hit a resistance zone. We haven't just hit it just yet. Hang on a second, guys. I think I'm lagging here. I think it's pretty brave to short ICP at this moment. It is possible that ICP, if it does retrace, I would long it. If it does retrace, I know you are shorting right now, and you know you might be lucky. We're just about hitting that $40 resistance, $38 resistance, sorry, right over there. We just hit 37. We didn't manage to hit 38, but there is a clear resistance there. We might see slightly more bumpy action and then get the rejection. It is definitely a major zone there to short, actually. That $38 area. We just hit 37, currently trading at 35.8. It is definitely a major zone where we are very likely going to get rejected. So I would say if your stop loss is at about $43, $44, I think you could be pretty safe here for this short. I would target I would target for the short position the $28-29 range. $28-29, which would be the fib levels also from this pump that we're having right now, right? We are starting to see some consolidation candles. If we take the fib low to the high, yeah, we've got the 62% golden pocket, and we've also got a major resistance. Now, if you're shorting this area, I would target the $28 range, $28-29. If it does come back or down here, I think this is a great long position, because you basically absolutely smashed a major resistance zone, right? It's a major resistance zone. It's the summer lows, the $28 range. And if you do come back down to these levels in the coming days, I think it's going to be an excellent long opportunity. But we can analyze that in the next coming days. It does look like I said, a major level right there. I think, yeah, a potential short opportunity is not a bad idea, but we are just about changing trend. It looks like we want to kind of change the trend, but yeah, if you're shorting here, I think you are pretty safe for the price to come to yeah, the $30, $28-30 area, where you might consolidate and reverse from this point. Very likely. Volume's pretty high. Right, mate, can you take a look at GLCH? Let's take a look at GLCH right away. I haven't done any analysis on this. Let's take a look at GLCH here. Glitch protocol. Okay, Glitch protocol. It looks a pretty interesting project. Looking at the chart, unfortunately, we do not have much price data on here. Very hard to say. Very hard to say on this mid-low cap coin. I mean, there is a solid level right there. Are we going to manage to hold it? That is the question. We did manage to get supported from these highs right there. Hold on a second. This is the 90-cent level, just to keep it simple. Right, where we do have this resistance point there, and we've got a beautiful bounce from it. Obviously, coming from a massive downtrend, like of a cycle, it just got heavily rejected. It came back down. Now, I wouldn't become bullish on this one until, and this might be a good buy zone right over here where it is right now, but if this one manages to get above the 90-cent range, where there's a massive support there, resistance here also, if it does come back up this level, I think it's going to be looking pretty good to continue to the upside. I think it's going to get heavily rejected, if you ask me. If we do climb up to the 90-cent level in the next coming days, I think a massive rejection for a longer consolidation. And this is what happens after a cycle like this. This one went absolutely nuts in November. It went absolutely crazy. I think I saw a lot of people talk about this not long ago. But yeah, that's when you potentially want to get out, when everybody's talking about it. Now, I think this is just a massive market cycle, and it's going to take a long time to recover in the next coming months potentially. So if we do climb up to 90 cents, I'm going to say, yeah, this is usually when you have a market cycle like this, you don't recover quick, do you? You don't have a fast recovery. It's very likely that you are going to still continue create lower highs. So if you do have a strong resistance, if you do climb up to 90 cents, that is going to be a great short right there. Because very likely this is just going to have a massive round, consolidation. And it might have one last dip before it actually picks up. Or it might just pick up after the massive consolidation in the next coming months. So yeah. This is going to have a long accumulation period, in my opinion. It happens on everything. It happens on everything that has this kind of movement. You're not going to see the price pick up anytime soon. It's just going to have a long longer consolidation. It happens to everything. You can take a look at any chart in cryptocurrency. When you see this kind of movement, you do not have a fast recovery. So yeah, it might be a good everyone smash up that like button. Andy's effort, let's go and reach 300 likes. Silent Scalper, thank you very much appreciated for the massive support from you guys. It's easy enough to scroll down and just smash up that like button. 421 watching at this moment. Carl from the Moon is live right now. I guess he's talking about Kasta. Currently trading at $1.38. I think $1 would have been a strong base right there. If we do dip slightly below $1, I think it's going to be a great buy zone. It's looked like we're finding a pretty good solid area right now. Can you check Phantom? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's take a look at Phantom. Joseph, how are you doing, my man? I've got my moderators here. Crypto Alchemist, Mark Dutch, Joseph. Thanks for joining the stream. Let's take a look at Phantom right away. What is going on with Phantom? I think Phantom is poised for a correction after the massive pumpy action. Going absolutely crazy, Phantom is. I remember a lot of people were bashing me from my analysis that I did here. A lot of people bashing me about this analysis down over here on Phantom potentially having a bump and run scenario right here. It's not the most beautiful because I don't want to see too many, but yeah, you have the capitulation phase, consolidation, and I was screaming here saying, you know, it's very, very likely we are very, very close to the bottom. And yeah, basically this went absolutely nuts. It's gone absolutely crazy. I was expecting this to have a more of a correction right here. But this is what you get when you have, you know, a massive pumpy action after a massive floor, and you start breaking and changing the trend here. The trend has been to the downside. As soon as you break the trend line, usually with this force, you are changing the trend. You are basically changing the trend. And for a lot of cryptos, such as Phantom, if you take a look at the fib levels, on a lot of them, you are just not going to hit the 61 or even the 50% Fibonacci retracement when you're starting a trend, right? Because, yeah, basically you are going to hit, a lot of the times you're going to hit 38% levels when you start off a trend. If you're lucky, you're going to get down to 50% and you are going to get a good buy opportunity there. But when everything is trending to the upside, right, and you change the trend, and this happens, this is when people get extremely bullish, when you're already getting to potentially the end of the trend. And this is when this happens. And all the people that have been buying, you know, the potential retracement here is getting into the negative again. So that's a classic, you know, Elliott wave theory with an sharp ABC correction. And I think this is what basically happened right over here. This is what happened right over here, but we do have a much more extension point where Phantom was at 50 cents here in August. Pump retracement, you know, beautiful between support and resistances. And you start to create a lower high, and then you have a massive correction right there. So this is why you need to be pretty aggressive on the Fibonacci levels as soon as you start changing the trend right over here, breaking a resistance and from a trend line, and also breaking a major resistance zone that has been support. You know, you need to be pretty aggressive on the retracement, and you need to be pretty aggressive. Being aggressive is getting in at 38% levels. So from the fib levels to the highs, you know, 38% is already a buy zone. 38% is already a buy zone. If you hit 50 and 62, even better. You ladder in for that potential move. So, and this is what usually happens when you start off a trend. When you start off a new trend, it's fast. And when you become bullish, it's when the price drops. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at sand. Hey Andy, can you please take a look at sand? Says Cigar. Absolutely. Let's take a look at sand for sure. And maker please for HP. Let's take a look at sand. What's going on with sand? I'm extremely bullish, guys, on Bitcoin in the next coming weeks. Extremely bullish. I mean, the lower we go now in the coming days, like this, like we're doing right now, I'm really bullish on this. I don't see a major drop like this happening. It's just very unlikely to happen. Anyway, taking a look at sand. Sand has lost this major support. It is kind of losing it right now. We do have we did get one bounce out of it, so we did get above this box area right there. We got one bounce out of it, and then it's just having a massive consolidation right now. We were creating bearish divergence right here that we're playing out on the 4 hourly, so that was already a bad sign. Yeah, if I would have seen this bearish divergence, I would have probably been very, very cautious in this correction because of these bearish divergence. Now, maybe sand. Is it going to enter a buy zone right now? That is the question. It is at a pretty solid level, actually, because we do have a lot of spikes, right? This is currently where we're trading. We still could come a little bit lower. A lot of spikes right there. So yeah, we might be consolidating just slightly below this major resistance zone before we pick up. It's not looking too bad because, I mean, this pump over here has had massive volume. This pump over here has had decent volume right over there. We created the bearish divergence. That is when the massive correction has happened. And if we take a look at the fib levels from the low, you could potentially take them from here. We just about hitting that 62% level right over there. I think it's in a major buy zone. I would wait a couple of days before being aggressive just to see the kind of price action. If we do manage to stay sideways here for a few days, it's going to be a major buy zone in my opinion. So yeah, just in case this does lose, lose momentum here, it continues the momentum to the downside, I wouldn't step in just yet. As soon as we start seeing some pretty nice action here like this, I would step in. I would say, right, this is bottoming out and it's very, very likely that we are going to continue pumping because we are hitting the 62% levels from the low to the high. And, let's go to the daily chart here 1 second. Because on sand, if we go to the daily chart, I mean, you could potentially take the fib levels from the ultimate low bottom right here, which is at $4.40 from December, to the ultimate high. Yeah, we basically, we could be hitting $5.30, $5.20 aggressively with the volatility, but if we do have a couple of days at this range, it's going to be a buy zone. I see this as a potential ABC correction and then having a shift. So that is my take here on sand. It's looking pretty good. If you're interested in trading sand, it is available here down below on Bybit. If you use my link in the description, you can get up to $4,100 worth of bonus, guys. I got some limit orders here ready on Bybit. I've only got one actually right now at 45k, just in case we do see that volatility to the downside. I am willing to step in here and add to my swing long position for the next coming weeks. So yeah, if you are interested, you get the best bonus down below, guys, on Bybit, up to $4,100 worth of bonus. And on Phoenix, you also get that bonus. Kasta currently trading at $1.45. Let's see what happens. Anyone claiming Kasta is a scam, I will trade you 100x worth of Galabets coin for your scam Kasta. 100x your gains with Galabets, says Crypto Alchemist. Andy Avax, please, let's take a look at Avalanche. I've taken a look at Avalanche already. Avalanche will be finding a solid base. Let me take a look at the super chat here also. I've got a super chat here from Mark Dutch. Sorry about that. I'll take a look at the super chat straight away. And then take a look at Avalanche. Right, let's take a look at right, I can see the spanners. Sorry about that. Joe, let's take a look at Red Fox. What do you think about the chat, brother? The chart will continuously keep dropping down, or will it start settling now, says Joe M. Thanks for the $7.99, my man. Red Fox, let's take a look at Red Fox. Red Fox, Red Fox, let's take a look at Red Fox. What is the ticker symbol? Red Fox Labs. I have no idea what this project is. Red Fox Labs, it looks like a little bit of a pumpy dumpy token, and it's on the Ethereum blockchain. Global leader in immersive metaverse experience focused on retail media gaming rewards. Okay, so it's a rewards for gaming and metaverse. I'll have a look at this. We can take a look at Red Fox on the chart. RFox is the ticker symbol. Let's take a look, and we'll take a look at Avalanche straight away. Thank you very much for the super chat. Let's analyze here the situation. It looks like that Red Fox is getting a little bit of pumpy action today. A little bit of pumpy action just right now. So good question if it's going to continue to the downside. A lot of volatility on this one. I think it might bottom out at this area. You might be looking, you might see a nice bottom formation at this area. We do have a solid resistance at the 10, just 9 cent level, I would say more. Solid resistance zone right there at the 9 cent level. A lot of volatility here, and this is where we are currently trading, just above the 9 cent. It's currently at 10 cent right now, but we might be finding a nice floor here. Now, I think it's not going to recover anytime soon. Like, if you are expecting a strong recovery, it's very unlikely to happen after this kind of movement, all right? You are going to see this kind of movement potentially right over here. So when you have a massive pump and dump, and I can just show you here on CoinGecko, just so you know how the cycles work. This is probably going to have a massive pump again in the near future, but after a massive pump and a massive dump, you need a multi-month consolidation. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, you know, this kind of action here, right? You might going to see this kind of price action right there happening for this crypto, right? Where you are just going to consolidate here around this base level, and for the next coming months. And then finally have, you know, this kind of price action, you know, in the next coming months, right, where you're going to start going parabolic. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. You're going to start seeing some pumpy action like this in the next coming weeks, get people excited, and then come back down. We don't know exactly the timing, but that is what usually happens when you have this price action. This is not going to recover anytime soon, in my opinion. I think a consolidation for at least 4-6 weeks. So put it in, you know, a couple of months, and then have that pumpy action. being realistic. That's how it works. That's how it works. Basically, you can take a look at any chart that has this kind of pump and dump doesn't have a massive pump hitting all-time highs again. All right, you might find one or two, but it's just very unlikely. So expect a large consolidation at the 9 cent level. It could be 11 cents, it could be 15 cents, it could be 8 cents. It's just going to consolidate around that range. If you are a strong believer in this project, it's going to be a massive good area to accumulate, because at some point it will skyrocket again. If it is a pretty decent project and it's not a scam, okay? I will do a little bit of research on this after the stream. Take a look at it. Take a look at the roadmap, the tokenomics, the team, see what's going on behind the scenes on this crypto. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Very much appreciated. Make sure to join the Telegram group. We've got the Discord also down below. Please look at Ethereum. It is moving in parallel channel towards upside 1 hour time frame. Let's take a look at Ethereum on let's take a look at Ethereum here. Ethereum is looking great. I think Ethereum, it has the floor price for Ethereum is the $3,600 range. Basically, like I said, you said we are in a parallel uptrend channel on the 1 hourly, and yes, this is very much correct. Right there. So basically, yeah, how far can this go? How far can this go here on Ethereum? Maybe some people think that this is kind of a bear flag where you are going to break support and continue down. If this does happen, I don't see Ethereum dropping much lower. Guys, remember, if we go to the macro, zoom out, and keeping it super simple, I mean, this is what is happening for Ethereum. This is going to reverse at some point, guys. It is going to reverse at some point. We have the resistance here turning into support. We've talked about this for ages now. It's just been so boring. For over a month now, we've been trading just above 3,600, and there's nothing else to talk about really, because it's just not moving. It's going sideways. But the more sideways we go, the more bullish I am, guys. The more bullish I am. When you know, if you take a look at any assets, when it's going into a downtrend, the drops happen fast. Drops happen faster than the actual pumps. You see this drop over here was definitely at least a few days much faster than this, okay? It took less days, sorry. And very similar though. But when the price drops, it drops very fast. And this usually happens when you are going up, right? When you're going up at the peaks, you do have those drops. You don't usually drop when you when you have had the drop and you're going sideways. When you're going sideways, you don't see drops usually happen, right? You know, what examples can we, I mean, it's just been a massive uptrend, so we can't find any. So the longer we do have at this area, the more confidence it is telling me that this is gonna finally, after an accumulation zone, gonna spike to the upside. So that is my take on Ethereum. We've got massive support below us. VPVR here is one of my favorite tools for Ethereum and Bybit because and Ethereum and Bitcoin because of the volume. And there's a massive wall of money here also. We have mountain here. We have mountain here. And the top bit of this mountain is basically the 3,560. So yeah, I don't think we are going to drop. We could see a little bit of volatility losing this mountain here, but yeah, we got a big solid one right there that is just not gonna manage to break down. And we have some bullish fundamentals also on Ethereum. Ethereum getting locked on the 2.0 contract for staking is just hit an all-time high. Look at the trend. This is just going to grow. This is not going to stop anytime soon. This is the trend since January of 2021. Absolutely insane. It went from 2 million and it's well above 8 million now. It's almost 9 million. So it's more than, you know, what is it, a 4x. What is it going to happen in the next year if there's only what's the supply now on Ethereum? 110 million or something like that. Just have a quick look. But yeah, basically 119 million. 9 million already used for proof of stake, for staking. And it's growing very, very fast. By the end of next year, it might be about 20 million or even 30 million using for staking Ethereum. Ethereum wallets, if you take a look at Ethereum wallets, it is hitting all-time high, holding more than 0.1 Ethereum. It is growing every single week. You can check that on Glassnode also, Glassnode data. If you take a look at the chart on new wallets created, the chart is like this, and it's not stopping anytime soon. A lot of people are entering, and why is this happening? Because we have the adoption curve. If you take a look at the adoption curve, in the blue, we have the total crypto users. In the green, we have the total internet users. From 1990 all the way till 2000, this is a 10-year chart. And in blue, in the crypto, we got from 2014 all the way till 22. If we follow this adoption curve, okay, if we follow it, we've been following it, you know, from 1991 till 1998. And in this case, it's 2015 to 2022 for crypto. We are following the exact same adoption curve. Internet was trending. Social media is trending. Adoption is fast. People are interested in it. Crypto is interesting. A lot of people are adopting it. So by 2024, it is estimated that we will be just slightly below the 1 billion users worldwide. Yeah, 1 billion users is about 15% of the population. It might be 20%. I don't know, about 15% anyway, around that area. That is huge, 15% worldwide. Now there's only about, not even 5% of people using crypto worldwide. So yeah, another extra 10% of people worldwide using crypto. And the trending ones is Bitcoin, Ethereum, layer ones, gaming, DeFi. So yeah, definitely we have a super massive trend to continue in the upside. This is one of the things I think that the bear markets are not going to be the same. The bear market is not going to be the same from 2018. Because adoption is growing very, very fast. Attention is growing very fast. I don't know. Who knows? For the love of God, says Joseph, I've checked out already the super chat. They are bashing me here because of the super chat, guys. Right, what's going on? Have we taken a look at the... Right, I have faith on Red Fox Metaverse project. Andy, can you take a look at Alice? Says Path. Let's take a look at Alice. Why not? What's been going on with Alice? Right, taking a look at Alice here. We can take a look at the VPVR out of the way. I think Alice is going to recover finally from this this drop that it had from this uptrend. We have these higher lows, looking at the chart, keeping it simple. We broke below, we got resistance from this area, and now we are forming a double bottom. I think it's very, very likely that this is going to recover. Alice is very, very likely going to recover in the next coming weeks and get back in this ascending trend line. So very difficult to chart these altcoins, okay? The volatility is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane, but looking at this chart, it looks pretty good. The interest is there. We are creating a double bottom right there. Very likely that we're going to have some price action to the upside after this insane drop. Very, very likely. Backsoft, thanks for the super chat. Nia confidently goes to $20. What do you think? Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at Nia. Up to $20. I remember, yes, look, this is something very, very similar that happened on Nia, that we did lose this uptrend, right? but we came back up, we retested it, came back down and created a double bottom right there. And that was already pretty bullish when you see this kind of price action. I think something very similar is happening to Alice, where you are creating that double bottom and you are going to see the price continue to the upside on Alice, because you're basically failing to continue to the downside from the breakout. You know, you want to break this low to be bearish, but if you start having this price action, then yeah, you need to start becoming bullish, because yeah, the selling pressure is getting exhausted. Now, I don't know, this one's in price discovery already. This one is in price discovery already. I want to take a look at some fib targets here. I think this one can reach $20. Absolutely, why not? It is a fib target here. It is the 3.6 aggressive target. We perfectly, guys, this is why fib levels are so important after a massive consolidation. Check out here the highs from April. We went to a nice consolidation, June, July, August, and then started pumping like crazy, breaking the highs. And the first pump from the breakout of the whole all-time highs hit to almost the exact dollar, okay? It was off about $1, but almost to the exact dollar, the 1.6 level. This is why sometimes the Fibonacci levels are so respected here. Well, this is where we are currently consolidating right now. So I do see another leg up on near to hit the 3.6 Fibonacci level. And then here's where you could potentially have a correction. A sharp correction, so stay cautious. Yeah, $20 is on the cards for Near Protocol in the coming weeks. That is for sure. Easy target. Currently trading at $17. Easy target. We got fib level there, 3.6 at $20. Ala, what price are you buying into Kasta? I think, taking a look at the chart here. Let's see if it does manage to come back down to the $1 range. I think $1.90 to $1 area is going to be a nice solid range. I would wait. Now, could it continue up? Yes, of course it can. But I think it's going to find a strong level at $1. I think $1 is going to be a solid level for Kasta. Chromia, please. Let's take a look at Chromia. Let's take a look at Chromia. What's going on with Chromia? Chromia did get a massive support finally from this level. And yeah, this one did get very nice support here. So that was already a great buy zone when we were just consolidating here last couple of weeks. Right there, that consolidation here, we did find out we did find this descending wedge right there, and this finally broke to the upside. I would be a little bit cautious now with this pump. So we got strongly supported here at the 50-cent level for Chromia, right there, getting a massive bounce. Now, after this massive pump and massive retracement, like I said to you, I'm not sure if this is going to recover very, very fast. If we take a look at the fib levels from the high to the low here, I think it could pump to the $1 area. $1 range is very, very likely for Chromia in the next coming weeks, and this is where we potentially going to get some type of rejection before we might continue up. But I think a larger consolidation is very, very likely for Chromia before we pick up here. But yeah, easy target in the next coming days is the $1.05 area. $1.05. Request network, next move. Let's take a look. Andrews, smash up that like button, fellas. Thank you very much, Andrew, for the insane support. Let's take a look at I got a lot of requests here. A lot of requests. Let's take a look at Request Network. Next move for Request Network. Hang on a second. And yeah, 1 second here, because this is an insane buy zone, guys. It's in an insane buy zone right now, Request Network. And one of the reasons why is because apart from the fib levels, we got a huge consolidation. I think Request Network is just going to consolidate here for another few days or another couple of weeks. Remember, when we had this massive pump on Request Network, we were retracing and sideways for a long time. I see this happening for the next coming weeks. It might happen it might be 1 week, it might be 5 weeks. I do not really know, but this kind of price action is just an accumulation. It's just getting ready for a massive pump, because you are coming from an uptrend. You got nice volume here, nice retracement, massive pump there with huge volume, nice retracement, consolidating at above this major resistance with volume. This is why the selling pressure is not managing to get below this volume here. It's incapable in pushing down, and it's just going to be in a great buy zone. A lot of people are going to react to this sideways action on Request Network, and this is going to start pumping at some point, potentially hitting about 40 cents, at least the $1 high close here, and it's going to take a couple of weeks, I think, a few weeks. Potentially massive. This is usually great buy zone when it consolidates here at above a resistance zone with high volume on Request. So yeah, Request Network, here you got it. This is what I think. Request Network, I think it's an 80-cent $1 coin in the next coming weeks. 4 weeks, 8 weeks, I do not know. It might be next week. But, you know, look how long this can consolidate. This is from September all the way till almost late November. So, yeah, this could be here still till February easily, and then start pumping. So, yeah, if you're bullish on Request, yeah, you want to scoop up some Request Network here from this area. Near $20 soon. Yes, I've just talked about Near protocol not long ago, just about 5-10 minutes ago. It does have a Fibonacci target of 3.6, which is around about $20. It could be reaching $20 in a matter of a few days potentially. It's just trading at $17 right now. Request Network next move. Are you listening to what I am saying here? We do have Request Network sitting at just the low 30-cent range. We could be sitting here for weeks, okay? We were here for weeks, and this consolidation before we started making a move. This is a mid-cap coin, so yeah. Just a couple of entities can move the price very, very sharply. Now, it is in a massive consolidation range. This is the same. This reminds me of IOTA. This reminds me of IOTA. AR, this is what the next move is going to be sideways for Request Network. There you got it. Next move is going to be sideways action for the next week. It's not going to be going well above 40 cents or well below 30 cents for the next week. So yeah. Yeah. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at VeChain is pumping big and have good news. Let's take a look at VeChain. Why not? This one, though, reminds me of IOTX. I mean, IOTX is going to consolidate here for a long time potentially. And, you know, I remember a couple of weeks back saying IOTX 11 cent range is the bottom. 10 cent, 11, 12 cents. This range is going to be the bottom very, very likely on IOTX. And we're going to start seeing pumping like crazy. Now, people got excited when we just almost hit 15 cents. We actually hit 15 cents. And we had a drop. And then I had a bunch of people on Telegram and on social saying, yo, dude, what's going on with IOTX? I thought we were going to 24 cents. And I'm like, come on, are you serious? Are you serious? This might take, 3 months to get up to those levels. This might consolidate around this area for months, okay? Just like what happened right over here. And you need to understand this, guys. It's going to be pretty boring. If you can't hold it, just, yeah, go move into another thing that's more volatile. Kasta dumping like crazy. Yeah, I think watch out, guys, because this could actually drop below $1. If we start going sideways like crazy, at $1.80, we want to see sideways action, not like this, because this is topping out. This is a round formation to the upside. We want to see it on the other side. We want to see a nice round formation here to the downside. So yeah, who knows? I mean, I don't think it will hit 50 cents. It might hit 50 cents. Who knows? But yeah, wait for the price to consolidate. Basically, guys, there's no secret. Wait it to go sideways for a long time, because we could go down to $1. We could go to 80 cents. We could go to 50 cents. And yeah, don't buy on the drop. Try and buy on the sideways action. Let's take a look at VeChain straight away. And guys, thank you for smashing up the like button. Make sure to smash up the like button. Give me insane support here on the channel. It just takes 2 seconds to scroll down and smash up the like button. VeChain, what is going on for VeChain? Let's go zoom in here on VeChain on the 4 hourly. We're seeing a little bit of pumpy action here on VeChain. High volume also. We are starting to see some nice volume coming in on VeChain. I think what is going to happen for VeChain is taking a look at the fib levels. Okay, I've taken a look at the fib levels here from the top here to the drop. We just hit 50% Fibonacci retracement. We came back down. And hang on a second, guys. Let me just get the fib levels here to the exact point. All right, we already hit the 62% levels. I thought so. Almost hit it right there. I think VeChain is very, very likely after this high double bottom, we are going to start pumping again to that 10 cent level. 10 cent, 10.5 cents in the next coming days, potentially. Very, very likely. When you have this formation, yeah, this is bullish. This is extremely bullish. This right over here was already bullish. This kind of price action was bullish already. You are starting to form a higher low right there. And very, very likely that you at least in the next coming hours or days, you at least after this price action going to hit the highs here. So this is where you're potentially going to get heavily rejected again. But if you're scalping, if you're trading, that is the short-term target, the 10 cent, 10.5 cent level. Now, are we going to successfully break the resistance? Are we successfully going to break the golden pocket from this major drop, which is just round at that level? This is the question. We do not know. We already got heavily rejection at there. It was very, very likely. We did cover this very, very nicely. We had this descending wedge on VeChain. We called it beautifully all the way here to the top, which was at about the 10 cent level. And we got heavily rejected. Then we'd had this, this level here of 10 cents marked with this purple box. And that is where we got rejected. Now, after this price action right over there, this is bullish. We're very, very likely going to climb up to this level in the next coming days. Now, are we going to get rejected from there? That is the question. We do not really know. Right. What is your price target for Saito in 2022? Says AR. I think Saito will... very good question. I think 50 cents is a realistic target for Saito. 50 cents is realistic target for Saito. But I'm going to say 25 cents. conservative target for Saito. And that is where we are potentially, you know, going to get some consolidation or a massive rejection. But yeah, I'm just looking at the fib levels, and I'm looking at the project. The development is absolutely crazy. It could go much higher, but if you want to know the targets, and we've already breaking the high, we're just going to consolidate around that high level. Saito target here, yeah, in between 20 cents and 30 cents. We've got some fib targets here on Saito, and 25 cents is a realistic target. I'm going to say 50 cents my aggressive target, and that's almost a 10x. It's about an 8x from its current price levels. 25 cents is about a 4x from its current price levels. So yeah, those are my targets for Saito. Got a massive rejection here on Saito for some reason. I have to check out on the Telegram and on the team, see what's going on. There might have been an unlock of the tokens just at the highs. I'll have to check out on that anyway. Yeah, let's take a look at VeChain getting a nice pump action right now. It's 10 cents, 10.5 cents is on the way, I think, in the next coming days. So yeah. What about ICP price prediction? Very hard on ICP. But I think a lot of the attention is driving into ICP right now because of yeah, I had someone in the comment section saying he was shorting ICP. I was a little bit, stay cautious on that. On shorting, we do have a strong resistance at $38 area. I think we are going to have volatility around that level, $38, $40, and then get the rejection for a potential another pump, right? So yeah, stay cautious on shorting a massive, you know, this is like longing a falling knife, right? You got a falling knife right there and you're starting to long, right? I'm longing because this is going to reverse soon. And the same thing, you know, you actually have that kind of price action to the downside. So this is same shorting a massive spike to the upside is very, very dangerous in my opinion, because we do have resistance levels, but you could be having volatility and hitting those levels and attempting to break it and then have the drop. So yeah, I would short that potential price action. Not a massive spike, okay? This is trying to just the same situation of trying to catch a falling knife. You want to see consolidations, and that is when you want to potentially short. You do not know when this is exactly going to stop. It doesn't look like it wants to stop anytime soon, matter of fact. It's just still going a little bit too parabolic. So if you're shorting this, you are basically gambling. You need to find, you know, the resistance levels and see some type of consolidations, and then potentially short it where you see the exhaustion of the buying pressure. This buying pressure could go on, yeah, we do not know how long for, but it's just basically just going up and up. You don't want to try and time the top or the bottom. You want to get in at the consolidations, right? So yeah, shorting here is dangerous. I would, you know, it's like I said, it's like shorting, you know, this massive pump right there. You don't know when it's stopping. And this, you do not know when this is stopping until you see some signs of the price stopping, such as here in this support level. You know, that is dropping and it's stopping. You can potentially long here. Also stopping here. You can potentially long here. Not here. In this case, not. But yeah, it's dangerous to start try to time the bottom or the top when you are going parabolic in this case. So how about Theta? Are you bullish on Chainlink? I'm extremely bullish on Chainlink, Black Sniper. I hold 30%. It seems like you're a new subscriber, but I'm extremely bullish on Chainlink. I've got 30% of my portfolio is Chainlink. 30%. I hold a bunch of Chainlink. I started buying Chainlink when it was at $1.06. $1.60, sorry. accumulated, then stopped accumulating Chainlink at about $5-6. So yeah, I that is a long-term hodl for me. I'm extremely bullish on Chainlink. It's just going to take a long time now to start pumping. It's a long-term hodl. Right, let's take a look at eGold also. Theta, I got Theta, I got eGold. Right, let's take a look at Theta, eGold. I was very surprised of Theta. Theta had a massive drop, losing this this uptrend channel. Right, we saw Theta having a massive higher low uptrend channel support level. We lost it, we sliced it. This was exactly the 4th of December when we had the massive capitulation phase. Theta went down to the summer lows. Now, I think it's just going to consolidate here for a long time. Let me just take a look at the daily chart, and this at some point Theta will come back up to that $16 highs. It will do. It's a very active project. Theta, decentralized live streaming. A lot of people using the Theta network. Huge utility. And decentralized streaming, decentralized everything is the future for me. And decentralized streaming is also, a trending. And it's going to be trending it's going to be trending for years. It's just going to be like that. And decentralized live stream is so important in my opinion, and Theta I would say is the leading project for that. So I'm gonna call personally that Theta will not go much lower than the summer lows, and I'm talking about the $3.80 range. So all here is a great buy zone for me for Theta. I think we maybe are just going to see a multi-monthly consolidation range before we start seeing some crazy price action to the upside on Theta. It's one of the leading projects, okay, in decentralized live streaming. Huge utility with the token Theta network as a governance token, and also T-Fuel also with huge utility. Ramp has partnered with AVAX. Hopefully sold soon. Could you check out the chart? Let's take a look at Ramp on the chart. Not sure if we did Ramp. Not long. Did we ever done Ramp? Ramp on. Okay, we got something on Ramp. Not much going on here for Ramp. Same thing, guys, here for Ramp. I think we're just gonna enter a nice long consolidation period before we start. This is basically a market cycle. If we were to continue the market cycle in the next coming months, I think this is not gonna happen anytime soon. It's just gonna happen here for the next few months. A lot of sideways pump and dump action before we start going up. If you take a look at Ramp on any chart here. If you take a look at any chart, basically any market cycle, and Ramp seems a pretty decent project. 71 million market cap, very low. I think it's just going to go sideways for a long time and then start pumping like crazy at some point. Very solid project. These are the moments you want to buy in, guys. The best suggestion I could give you is these solid projects such as Ramp. You need to have a goal to sell, and I would say maybe aim to sell at the all-time high. It's already a 5x from its current levels. So you basically accumulate at this zone, and whenever it happens, if it's this year or next year or in 2025, it doesn't matter. Solid projects such as Ramp, in my opinion, at some point is going to have that blast off. So I would say take most of your profits, at least 50%, and at the all-time high. It's just going to take a long time, guys. We're going to lose interest a lot in a lot of cryptos. people are going to lose interest in the immediate short term and then gain interest as soon as we see this kind of price action again. We just don't know exactly when that is going to happen. So yeah, I mean, immediate short term analysis. There is a pretty solid base at this level for ramp. You know, this might be an excellent buy zone where we have had insane support at this range. So that $18 level might be a good buy. If you want to buy and hold, I think it's starting to be a very interesting buy zone. Alan, you're very welcome. Casper Labs, please, Andy. Let's take a look at Casper Labs, CSPR. I remember there was a massive hype on Casper Labs as well. I know it's a layer 1 project. This one might do very, very well. I did no research whatsoever. A lot of people were talking about the private sale that was going on last year on Casper Labs. And they were saying it's the best blockchain project ever. I did no research whatsoever, but this one on the launch had a massive dump. It was trading above $1 and just came straight back down. And this is the floor price, guys. Basically, that is the floor price. This is when you want to get in on Casper Labs. Supposedly, it's just an insane layer 1 smart contract project. I have done no research whatsoever on this one at all. A lot of people talking about, you know, the private sale and you know, it's the fastest, the most secure, scalability, security, decentralization, privacy, programmability is going to be the best project, layer 1. And yeah, massive hype at the beginning, at the private sale for the IDO on this. And yeah, it had a massive drop. I'm not sure what was the selling price. I think it was actually 10 cents approximately. I think the private sale was at 10 cents on this one. But I think this is pure speculation. Are there dApps built on it? Are they companies using the actual blockchain for anything? I think it's just pure speculation, and no one is actually using Casper Labs until people start developing and using the actual project. But if you are bullish and think that this one has a bright future, the team is developing, and this is the floor price basically. The 10 cent level, okay, plus minus a few cents is the floor price on Casper Labs. So yeah, this one might have a very bright future. Very bright future. It's looking pretty good here with these higher lows since August of 2021. Yeah, these are the levels you want to start buying in. You want to buy in at this range before you start seeing any type of price action like this, potentially to the upside. Right? It just makes sense buying at these levels. I remember though, a lot of people, I will take a look at the project, see if they're active, what are they doing, what's their roadmap, what's the development. But I remember a lot of people talking about Casper Labs last year. I just didn't pay any attention to it. When I see a lot of people talking about something, I just lose interest. I want to try and get something in something where people are not talking about, and when they talk about it, get out. So it's the best way you can play the market, really. So yeah, by looking at the chart, it looks like it's not going to go much lower from the 10 cent level. It does have a very strong range trading at that area. It looks like it doesn't want to go down those levels. It went pretty good in November. It went all the way up to 23 cents, 24 cents in November. It did have an excellent run up. It looks like a good buy zone right there. It looks like it wants to try and attempt to go to higher levels in the coming weeks. It looks pretty solid looking at the chart. Link pumping, you got it, baby. You got it. Let's take a look at Chainlink. I've got thousands of Chainlink. No joke. It's doing good. It's doing good. It's doing good. But I think we're going to get heavily rejected at the $29 range. Remember, we broke a major structure here. From the highs to the lows, and basically we are inside of this potential recovery phase from the drop. Now, it's going to be interesting what happens at the $29 range, because that is where we do have very, very important Fibonacci levels, 62% golden pocket. We might get a massive rejection there, and it might be the the best buying opportunity if we do come back down to retest the $24 area, because the $24 area has been such an important level on Chainlink for support. This box area, we've been stopping there so many times. It's just right over here also. The last couple of weeks we were hitting the for 24. We were calling this for a potential Adam and Eve pattern right there, but we got heavily rejected. We didn't break it, so it came straight back down again. So it formed a kind of a triple bottom kind of scenario there, and yeah, basically it's pumping it's pumping pretty nicely now. I think we do have a leg up to about $29, which is the fib levels from the highs to the lows here, which is the golden pocket right there. This is where we are going to get heavily a consolidation or a heavy rejection, in my opinion, here in the next coming days. So that is my take on Chainlink. I think we have some pumpy action in the next coming days to about $30. Take profit at 29. Yes, I would say so. I would say so on Chainlink. We're going to get heavily rejection here because it's an important fib level from the drop. We are breaking solid resistance. Now, I would stay a little bit cautious here. It would be nice to close a daily candle above the $24. I think it's very, very likely to be closed. Yeah, so just in case tomorrow or in the next coming days we do see that volatility, it's just going to be a good buy opportunity again there. I'm not sure if we're going to do this or we're going to do this. This is the thing. So yeah, be careful with your leverage, your stop losses. Overall, it looks like that about $29 would be reached in the next coming days. Either we do this or we do this or we do this. It's just, we don't know exactly what kind of price action we're going to do. But everything's indicating that after this nice little bottom, we should be reaching those levels before we get exhausted. Syscoin, Andy Rose, please. Rose, let's take a look at Rose. Rose is just hitting a major... It's funny to see the kind of price action that this one does. But overall, it's having a great growth. It's pumping and dumping. This one is going to go, when I see this on the chart, this one's going to go parabolic at some point, guys. This pump and dump growth that you have on a chart like this, and I'm talking about Rose right now, this kind of pump and dump action, right, whether it's this or this, at some point you're just going to see this do something like that. It's just going to go parabolic at some point. And Rose is one of those layer one blockchain projects, one of those layer ones that it's a mid cap. What is it? It's just above 1 billion, I think. It's just at about 1.4 billion. So if you compare these to the ones on the top 20 or top 30, 1.4 billion. And I've checked out the investors, all right, the VCs on this. They're big players, okay? And this one has an insane team, and it's a huge layer one project. Smart contracts. Yeah, this one is gonna be big. It's gonna be very, very big. If you take a look at the VCs and also partners, yeah, there's big players on this, and the team's absolutely insane. So Rose, if you compare them if you want multiple gains, I think on Rose you do have easy 5-6x could be made in the next coming months on Rose. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy on Cardano or on Polkadot or on Avalanche. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be on those ones or on Solana, because the market capitalization is already 52 billion. We got on Solana, 42 billion on Cardano. We got Avalanche at 25 billion. Yeah, I mean, and Rose is just 1.4 billion, and I'm not sure what much better has Avalanche or Cardano than Rose. Not much. Rose, I see it as an insane L1 project. Cadena is just at 1.9. I think Cadena has a lot of room to grow. Good buy zone on Cadena is $8-9 if it does come back down to that area. So yeah, Rose, very exciting project. Very exciting project. Oasis Protocol. And looking at the chart, this reminds me so much of a parabolic move at some point. And you know, it can go parabolic from here, but it might just hit $1.20, which is a 3x. But yeah, this is basically a recipe just of going parabolic at some point. It might take months, it might take weeks. You might think not because of these bearish divergence, but yeah, if you take a look at Bitcoin and the growth on the Bitcoin has had bearish divergence like this, and then absolutely smashed out the divergence, going to extreme overbought territory. If you take a look at the chart on Bitcoin, you know, it's had bearish divergence. You know, let's take a look at the run up from, yeah, basically this. You could take a look at this run up on the weekly or the one over here. You know, just we can take a look at 2017, right? And a lot of you might think that. And I see something similar on Rose, and it doesn't mean it doesn't mean it has to be like that. But this is the weekly chart on Bitcoin, and check out here how you are having bearish divergence right there. You are creating higher highs, lower highs on the RSI. So you might think this is it. The top is here. Bearish divergence are at $4,500 on Bitcoin. You know, it's over. You know, 20% correction or a 40%. I can't remember what this was. I think it was about, 40% correction right there. Almost a 40% correction. It's over. You know, bearish divergence on the RSI. It's over, guys. And then you went absolutely crazy for the next couple of months. So bearish divergence on higher time frames are not too reliable, really, because you can absolutely smash them, just like Bitcoin smashed them right there. Let's take a look at Saito. I know a lot of people talking about Saito. It's one of my... Can you please check Dash also? Okay, Saito and Dash. Yeah, Saito is not... we don't have any data here, but because it's one of my big holdings, well, I wouldn't say big. It's about 5% of my portfolio. It's still relatively big. But... yeah, Saito's just getting absolutely crushed right now. It's getting absolutely crushed. I think I wouldn't be too worried. I wouldn't be too worried about this. I think it's just going to have a massive concept. It just went a little bit too parabolic, too fast. So it's going to have its corrective move, and it might even correct down to the 7-cent level. So just to be a little bit cautious on this. I get a lot of people asking me about Saito. We called Saito at 2.6, okay? We were talking about Saito at 2.6 right over here. And also at about 6.3 cents with my latest video just a few days ago. Yeah, about 6.3. We're almost getting at the price target from when I called about Saito. It's still up since I called it, especially from the first time I called it. But I think basically we just got that massive rejection here. Went a little bit too parabolic, and we're going to hit some fib levels here potentially. yeah, I think basically we could come as low as 6.6 cents and then get a massive bounce. We might have a quick volatility down to 6.6 cents and then get a nice bounce from that level. Consolidate maybe for a little bit and get a bounce. It just went too parabolic too fast. I made the video right here, and just, you know, the next couple of days it went parabolic. So yeah, it just went up too fast. Everything that goes up that fast needs to come down fast also. So yeah, basically that's just what is happening right now on Saito. Not much to worry about here on this one. Right, Dash. Long time since I've taken a look at Dash. Hey Andy, what about Solana? Let's take a look at Dash. What about Solana? What about Dash? Right, let's take a look at... Silent says, what's your thought about Rose, Andy? Just talked about Rose 5 minutes ago, basically. 5-10 minutes ago on the stream. So, yeah, you can actually rewind back. And I was talking about Rose just about 5-10 minutes ago. Let's get a fresh chart on this one. Dash, a long time since we haven't taken a look at Dash. I think, I mean, wow, this one is basically finding its base level. This one, you know, this is that the crypto cycle. It looks like it was here. This was the cycle, right? And now it's just coming down, and it's going to take quite a long time to recover. A lot of the cryptos are going to take a long time to recover and reach the highs like in April. It's just going to take a long time. Dash is one of those OG projects. It might take a long time. Dash didn't reach all-time highs. Dash had an all-time high of over $1,000. It's one of those OG tokens, and I don't hold much OG tokens. Basically Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink. Chainlink is boring, I know, but it's a long-term hodl. It's like buying a house, basically. It's not going to go up much in value during the years. It's going to go up, but very, very slowly. So that's my idea on Chainlink. I think it's one of the safest bets. This is why I have most of my portfolio in crypto in Chainlink. But then I have these, you know, highly speculative ones that have very high potential, very good team, such as Saito, such as Metis DAO. We did a killing on Metis DAO since we called it at $46. And then I've got some other boring ones, such as Dragon Chain, long-term hodls. But yeah, Saito and Metis are my newest bets here. Let's take a look. At, Dash. Dash looks like it's just finding a nice base here. And, oh yeah, I just wanted to take a look at Dash. Look at Dash here back in 2018. 2017, it hit $1,473. Yeah, a lot of them back in April and May were hitting all-time highs, such as Cardano and a lot of the different OG ones. But Dash only hit $400. It didn't even, you know, manage to hit 30% of its actual all-time high, which is crazy. Supposedly, it should be one of the leading, you know, privacy coins. Long time since I remember Dash is one of those that I did take a look a couple of years ago, and what to say, I think this one is just going to take a long time. It's just going to, after this potential cycle, it's just going to consolidate. It's found a nice base at the low $100, $120 range. It does have a very strong range, and it's going to take a long time to recover, in my opinion. That's my opinion on Dash looking at this chart. Chainlink is making moves right now. You got it, baby. Yeah, I think $28, $29 is the potential short-term target on Chainlink. It should be getting heavily rejected at that level because of the fib levels. You know, look how beautiful sometimes Fibonacci is. You know, it works. You know, from the highs to this highs, golden pocket reached perfectly right there. Bang, back up. So that's why one of the reasons why I think that we are going to get rejected is from the fib levels here, from the highs to the lows, there is going to be some type of rejection at the $29 range. So that is my take on Chainlink. Daniel, really appreciate this, Andy, bro. You're very welcome, my man. Dash chart, so interested, bro. Daniel, yeah, I think Dash is just going to take a long time. It will have its moment. I think the low $100 is maybe going to be a great buy zone for Dash. If you're a strong believer in the project, then yeah, absolutely. Did you buy any Kasta today? Can you look at Kasta, says Zine. I entered into the Kasta private sale. I do not have any tokens right now, and I will have my some of the tokens in a couple of months because I entered an unlock. Okay, they're going to unlock my tokens during the next 2 years. It's got the unlocks system from the private sale. I can't sell Kasta. This is to prevent whales dumping the price. You get an unlock every month. At least it's mine is in about 60 days. So yeah, I did buy into the private sale, but I can't sell any tokens. I can buy them, but I think yeah, we're basically finding a solid level at $1. Basically finding a solid level at $1 here on the Kasta token, as you can see. It would be nice to see a slightly dip here to 90-80 cents. That would be a good buy zone, in my opinion, again. So yeah, can you check Boba, please? Hit that like button for 2022, said Joseph. Joseph, thank you very much for the insane support. Pump it, says money making. Let's pump Kasta, let's pump Chainlink. Now, I hope Kasta does come to lower levels. So, you know, if you are interested in getting some Kasta tokens, you know, definitely get them. I want you guys to get them at the lowest price levels. That is for sure. I don't want you to be buying in at $1 and then it dumps to 90 cent, 70 cent level. I think that is unlikely. It's unlikely we're going to go much lower here on Kasta. 50 cents would be a very, very good buy zone. Anything below $1, in my opinion, I think it's just going to find a decent solid level at the $1 range. Could hit 80 cents, could hit 120, 80 cents, 70 cents. Around that range, I think it's going to start stabilizing before it starts pumping more. Right, can you take what other cryptos? Boba, please. Let's take a look at Boba. What is Boba? Let's take a look at Boba. Boba Network. Okay. I don't know what this one is. It's just going down and down and down. It had a massive hype on the launch. Went absolutely crazy and then had a long retracement. Now, this is the thing about Kasta or V-Launch. These projects that are massively hyped and massively, you know, a lot of interest in. I'm not sure if they are going to have this long consolidation. You know, if you take a look at the V-Launch chart, and I'll take a look at Boba on the chart right over here straight away. But, yeah, if you take a look at, you know, V-Launch, it basically just found a very solid level and a steady growth. So this is the thing, if you are waiting for a strong retracement on these projects that are being talked about for a long time, there's a hype. This one just had a sustainable growth here to the upside, as you can see, sideways, slightly dips, and then back up again. So maybe we are going to experience something very similar on Kasta, where yeah, it's gonna correct maybe to 90 cents, 80 cents, and then find another leg up and grow in the next coming days sustainably to $1, $1.50, $2. So yeah, right, Boba Network. I think we don't have much price data here on Boba. Not too much price data on the charts, but it's basically just been going down. I will take a look at the project, not on the live stream, but I will take a look at it. So definitely leave it there on the sidelines to take a look at. Right. yeah, we don't have price data, so we can't do any chart analysis on this. Sorry about that. I sold Kasta at 147 after they send them. That's great. You made a pretty decent profit then. Yeah, definitely. If you did get 200 tokens, then yeah, making some pretty decent profits. Thoughts on VRA, please. Sushi, please, Andy. Okay, VRA looks nice. Please have a look. All right, let's take a look at VRA first, and then we'll take a look at sushi. Let's take a look at VRA and sushi, guys. Why not? This one broke the trend here to the upside. VRA. What have we got for VRA here on the chart? What I do know on VRA, we do have a very, very, very... This reminds me of Bitcoin a little bit. The reason why is because you do have, the lows from the summer, another higher low from September, and then here in December, you've broken the trend, right? And you are consolidating at this range. You are technically still bullish because you have got this higher low right over there that you're still printing a higher low from the last one. So my take here on VRA, there is going to be some type of recovery. Look how many cryptos we have checked out in this live stream. I think this one is also going to create a kind of a double bottom right there. So I think it's not going to go much lower than 3 cents. And it's finally going to have a pump action. And we are going to retest the 4.3 cent level here. Very, very likely. We've seen this happen on so many cryptos right now. I mean, what has been one of the latest cryptos that has formed? We could take a look at Chainlink, for example. Take a look at this kind of price action. And if you take a look at Link, also you got one sharp drop, you got one bottom, and then you have forming the next bottom, right? You are inside of the next bottom for the potential rally. So it's also what's happened to Chainlink, for example, where you have one bottom, right? In this case, it's been slightly higher bottom, but you have this sharp one, you have this one, and then you have this one. So it looks like on VRA, you're potentially forming that third bottom, right? You're maybe going to have a little bit of volatility still to the downside. It's not much, though. Not much. This is screaming for a reversal, in my opinion. So, wow, I'm surprised this one. Okay, this is another chart that I got on VRA where we were talking about the Fibonacci levels, the Fibonacci target level. This one created a kind of a cup and handle pattern right there. And this is another chart that I had on VRA on KuCoin, right? You got a cup and handle right there. You got, the technical target, which is this one from the cup and handle. This was met almost at the exact dollar right there. And you've also got the Fibonacci retracement target, okay? The Fibonacci golden ratio right there, which is the 1.6. At 8.4 cents, which was beautifully touched there. So when you start seeing, we got a cup and handle pattern, we got Fibonacci targets, 1.6 is the most conservative. When you break the all-time highs like that, and you have this type of consolidation on top of the highs, it is a get in. It's a get in because you do have the cup and handle target right there. You do have the fib levels right there. So you do have two potential, patterns, two potential reasons why you should be long into that area. But anyway, that happened, and what we are looking now on VRA is that potential movement. I think VRA is very, very likely. Taking a look at some other cryptos, we can expect that VRA is going to have, where's that other chart that I had on VRA? Right over here. Yeah, potentially that forming that kind of double bottom, right? So I don't see strong price action on VRA below 3 cents. I think it's very unlikely. You might have slightly volatility there. Slightly volatility before you start recovering. A lot of them are creating double bottoms. They are in consolidation, accumulation zone, double bottom range. So VRA looking pretty exciting for a potential pump in the next coming days. Keep up the fort, bro. Joseph, no worries, my man. VeChain has been taken a look at. Guys, if you want to support, don't worry. I'll be finishing. How much Kasta did you get for 100 bit? I entered the private sale. I haven't got any Kastas. I won't have any Kasta till the next few months because they are going to get unlocked slowly and consistently. I don't have any Kasta tokens. I cannot sell my Kasta tokens. They are locked. They are going to be released slowly and consistently. But, yeah. Guys, right. Let's see Velas. Okay, I'm not going to skip you. Lauren, I can see you. I can see you in the comment section. Naughty girl, you're going to get a bang bang in your bottom. So, yeah. Let me go through Velas is one of them. Let me go through Velas. I got a bit of a cold, guys. VLX, I think Velas is. Is it VLX? Velas, yeah. Here we go. Right. Yeah, we had a potential... this one's going crazy, actually. Look at, we've got a potential target from a breakout here of the resistance. Yeah, it seems like we went the other way. So, yeah. That didn't turn out well. We didn't break the resistance. We actually broke the support, came back down. Let me see if we do have any other chart here. We got Bitrex. I guess on Qcoin is better. Yeah, we don't have much data here on Velas. Coinex. Very volatile, this one. I'm not sure what market capitalization this one has on 112. Why don't we have much more price data? On Bitrex. Well, basically, what happened with this one on Velas, it's almost hitting all-time highs, if I'm not wrong. Is this all-time highs for Velas? Yeah, this one's going absolutely crazy. Looking at the chart, we're just about to hit all-time highs. I think all-time highs is basically imminent at this point. It's not going to be easy. After this parabolic run, we might have a massive retracement. Now, if we do retrace to the 35-cent level, if we do retrace to this 35-cent level, it's been such a strong base here, as you can see inside of this kind of symmetrical triangle. I think we're going to get a massive, massive bounce out of that area. So if Velas does come down to 35 cents, it's going to be a great buy zone in my opinion, before we actually attempt to hit the highs. So, yeah. Right, let's take a look. Do I hold any Shiba Inu? Shiba Inu. I don't hold any Shiba Inu. Andy, please check VET. It is pumping. Yeah, Ravanth, I'll take a look at it straight away. I don't hold any Shiba, but I know Shiba Inu is doing big stuff, guys. You know, that meme coin, it will be turning into something big. It's going to find a floor. It's very close in finding a floor. The selling pressure is getting exhausted. We're having, you know, different businesses supposedly are going to accept Shiba Inu. I'm not sure if this is going to finally happen. It's got a swap. It's got an excellent team behind it. You know, there's merch out there. Marketing is going to be insane. I think Shiba Inu does have a chance to come back up to the highs here in a couple of weeks, maybe. It might be a few months, actually. I'm not, you know, being a little bit aggressive would be a week. Being conservative, it might happen in the next few months, all right, where you just do consolidate here for a long time and then finally have that leg up. Remember, guys, when we were analyzing here, Shiba Inu, it was just boring, but this is when you want to become bullish. This was from May all the way till October. It didn't even pump in September. Remember, September was really bullish for Bitcoin and some other altcoins. This one was boring. This one was absolutely boring. And that is the kind of price action we want to see for Shiba Inu in the next couple of months, right? Some sideways action right there. And that is when you want to step in, guys, because that at some point is going to blast off. This meme coin has turned into something, you know, financial actually. Thank you very much for VRA. No worries, Arlen. I think VRA, it will be hitting highs, but it's gone a little bit parabolic. I think a retracement before is very, very soon. Right. Helium, Andy, could you give your opinion about it? Is Helium that one with Heriblek? I think this one's the one that goes with some antennas as a mining. Helium. I need to do some research on this project. I got some friends talking me about Helium, and the mining goes through antennas. So yeah, I think Helium. We can take a look at Helium on the chart. What's the ticker symbol on Helium? HNT. It looks like a very interesting project. I'm not sure if it's smart contracts. I have no idea about it actually. I've got some friends saying take a look at this because we want to. Somebody's bought this a new way to mine crypto. Basically it's all through satellite dishes, I think, or something like that. It's one that I need to do some research. I'll take a look at the chart, and this is one that I want to take a look at. It looks very, very interesting. I got some guys very interested in Helium, so let's take a look at Helium on the chart. And wow, this one made a massive. It did have an excellent run up here. Back in October, it went absolutely ballistic. We look at the summer lows at $10, went up all the way up to $50 here in November. Did an excellent run up. It's had a pretty nice reversal right there. Basically here we were creating some massive bearish divergence. Look at this ascending wedge playing out in the end. Extremely bearish here in November. We had massive bearish divergence on the 4-hourly ascending wedge. We met the target of the wedge, got a bounce from this level, finally lost this range. Now, what is happening is that we are getting above a major level. I think Helium is ready to meet all-time highs in the coming weeks. It's had an excellent recovery and it's getting above major levels here, as you can see on the chart. Look at it, how it was building up here very, very nicely. Got above this level, got a massive bounce. So basically turning resistance into support, and it's just about to successfully break this resistance, which will be heavy support. So overall, looking very, very good. The recovery on this one is absolutely insane. Got rug pulled, says Steve. You signed early, but you cannot use Bybit Exchange on the US. I know. I think it's because they do have, I think the Kasta CEO and Carl, they do have good contacts with Bybit. This is why they launched. But I think a lot of other exchanges are going to be launching Kasta. Right, guys, this is going to be it. You're going to get your own miner soon, Lauren. Yeah, I've got some friends here getting some miners. I think they take about 20 weeks or something like that. They do take several months to get your mining equipment for Helium. So that's a bit of a bummer because yeah, I would get it next week if I could, but it does take about 4 months. I think I had one of my mates saying I bought some mining equipment to mine Helium, but it's taking 20 weeks to receive. Sushi please, Andy brother, says Crypto Ding. Yeah, let's take a look at Sushi. Look at BTC. What's happening to Bitcoin? Is it dropping? Is it pumping? Bitcoin going a little bit crazy, not doing too much. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, and then I'll take a look at Sushi, okay? Crypto Ding, right away. right away. I'll remember. I'll take a look at some. I got so many here in the comment section. I mean, it's going crazy. Sushi. I'll take a look at sushi right away. Let's do quick analysis on Bitcoin here on the 4 hourly, on the 1 hourly. I think, like I said, it's going to be boring. I think Bitcoin's going to be a little bit boring. We might be losing the $45,000 in the next coming days. And I see the very similar price action, guys, like I mentioned in one of my videos, of Bitcoin just being boring and crazy to the downside. This is the moment you want to be extremely bullish, in my opinion. And the reason why, you imagine analyzing Bitcoin. And I did, because I already had the channel here, and I was looking at I've been looking at Bitcoin every single day for since mid 2018. Imagine here, right, this boring action. This is from the 1st of July all the way till the 22nd of July. Bitcoin basically just making lower lows and lower highs, for 3 weeks. And I think we're going to see some kind of similar action on Bitcoin. Maybe it won't be 3 weeks. It might be 1 or 2 weeks. But the similarities on this price action is crazy. So that's why I wouldn't get too excited just yet. I think it's going to be pretty boring still for the next few days on Bitcoin until we see some price action to the upside. I see this popping at some point. It will pop at some point to the upside. I believe there's more probabilities to the upside, as I strongly believe it's an accumulation zone. Right, guys, let's take a look at sushi right away. To sushi straight away. Right, sushi. Right. What's going on with sushi? Sushi got heavily rejected here at this $10 range. We talked about this on sushi, where we did get a nice bounce. We talked about this being like a liquidity grab, right, where a lot of people had stop losses here on sushi below the summer lows. It got a massive drop, and once we were consolidating here, I was really bullish on sushi there. We had a potential target at about $10. This is where we had this massive consolidation. This is where we've got this box here. But basically on sushi, I think, any retracement here is going to be a good buy zone. I strongly believe we're going to create a higher low right there at some point, because we basically retested the lows here, and we're just going to start recovering very slowly in the next coming days. So if we take a look at the fib levels right over here, we just hit the 38. I think 50 and 62% levels are going to be a great buy zone. If sushi does manage to hit $7 in the next coming days, it's going to be an excellent buy zone, in my opinion. We'll be very likely going to create a higher low right there before we start rocketing. So that's my take on sushi, guys. This is right. This is going to be it for today's live stream. Got a bit of a cold here. I will be doing another video afterwards. I'll be doing another live stream tomorrow, another update. So make sure to smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for those 400 likes, guys. You're the deal. Join the Telegram group. I join there sometimes. Join the Discord group. Okay, we are making Discord better, slowly but consistently. All right. Discord is hard work, but we've got a bunch of channels there. It's going to be more active. We're getting people, moderators in there to, sort out the channel. Thank you very much for the support. Remember, if you're interested in trading and, Bybit, you get the best bonus available, and also on Femex, and it's another way to support the channel. You got the Bitcoinsensus for the latest news and technical analysis. Could crypto adoption by institutions boost in 2022? This is the latest article we got here to have a read on the Bitcoinsensus website. Thank you guys for the support. Make sure to smash up the like button on your way out, and I will see you in the next one.